Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Journey to Become Wealthy. My name is Kelvin Reed, and today is Friday. You guys already know the market is closed. And if you have been watching the market, you know today was a red hot day. Y'all, for the reason for the shirt, we know that we got CPI inflation numbers this morning, which came in hotter than ever. And we know that we had a red day on yesterday, which pretty much showed a lot of the fear that was in the market. So before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I make videos. So let's talk about it, right? CPI inflation numbers came at a hot and heavy 8.6 today, the highest number since 1981, and that's coming from everywhere. That's facts. It's in every article you're gonna read today. The expectations were 8.3 or lower, and people were already afraid that the Fed didn't have the reins on this thing, right? We were going on a wild ride, and this today pretty much proves it. Because we were expecting lower numbers last month, and now we were expecting same or lower numbers this month, and yet and still we're coming in hotter than expected. And this just goes to show that whatever the Fed is doing, whatever calculations they're performing, they are not doing the job. So right now we are having that major fear, a negative catalyst being injected back into the market. We already know all of the futures are down today, probably an additional 2% or greater on top of yesterday's 2% or greater, making this a bad week for the markets. Bad week for the markets. Hopefully you guys did some put options in there and you potentially made some money, get in, get out, make some money, and just enjoy your weekend. But it's a lot going on. So let's take a look at the futures. Let's take a look at that. So today we got the Dow Jones down 2.73%. We got the S&P 500 down 2.91%. We got the NASDAQ down 3.52%. That is heavy. And we got the Russell down 2.73%. Now I gotta check out the 5-day, right? Because you guys know we looked at it yesterday. We said we were pretty much flat for the week, right? With the exception of yesterday's down. So just between Thursday and Friday, we are down almost 5%, guys. Look at that. That is crazy. We are down heavy just on these past 2 days. And that just goes to show you how the market can change quickly. S&P 500 down 6% for this week. NASDAQ down 6.93% for this week. Russell down 4.67% for the week. So that is crazy, you guys. We really are in a battle to kind of keep this stock market going. And a lot of people are fearing that these inflation numbers and the fact that the Fed can't seem to get control of it reflects the fact that we are definitely in a recession. If not, we are definitely heading into it. So we just have a whole lot of fear in the market that we can't seem to get out of it. Talking about fear, I gotta go back and show you this, right? You guys know the last time we looked at this, we were in the 30s. So we can look at the timeline on this thing. We were in the 30s, right? We had got all the way up here to about a 32 on the 8th. 2 days later, you guys were back at the 28. That just goes to show that things are not holding steady and that people are not feeling confident in this economy right now. So people are not investing. People are holding cash. Gold is up, meaning they're putting their money in gold because gold tends to hold its value. And gas is also, oil prices are still going up as well. We're seeing oil prices skyrocket, and none of this is good for our economy right now. WTI crude at 121. We just got so much negativity in this market that we can't get a hold of it. I do have 2 articles here I had to just bring to you guys so you can see it for yourselves. Inflation hits 40-year high as CPI rises 8.6% in May. U.S. consumer prices accelerated in May at the fastest rate since 1981 as Americans grapple with a surge in the cost of gas, food, and shelter, right? Gas, food, and shelter. I keep telling you guys about this stuff. These are the things we definitely got to keep an eye out for. On a month-over-month basis, the broadest measure of inflation climbed 1.0% compared to 0.3% in April. Core inflation, which strips out the more volatile costs of food and gas, rose 6%. So everything is still rising. Over the prior year in May, more than 5.9% that was expected. I got this other one, right? Strong inflation, anxious consumers add up to more worries that recession has already arrived. And we're just gonna hit these key points so you guys keep these things in mind when we start to invest next week. Because I know the market is actually up in the after hours, but I expect more red days going ahead, especially as we see more fear and more uncertainty being injected into this economy. Reports Friday showing blistering inflation and historic lows in consumer sentiment painted an increasingly dark economic picture. A strong labor market has the principal firewall against the downturn, but even that has shown some chinks lately. We're in technical recession, but just don't realize it, said Bank of America chief investment strategist. When the banks say we're in a technical recession, but just don't realize it, that's it, right? That's the goal. That's the keys to the kingdom. We are in the recession, and we're just waiting on the numbers to come out next month. That second negative GDP, and that's what's going to reflect it. If that next month doesn't come and show it, next quarter doesn't show it, then hey, who knows? Maybe things will rebound sooner than expected. But as of right now, we are all feeling the pain from these numbers coming down. Hopefully, you guys have been able to balance some things out. I know I've been battling work and trading. So hey, we got to get it how we live one way or another. But hopefully, you guys are able to make some money. As of right now, again, strategy, right? Planning, strategy. Our wealthy word for the week, right? Planning, strategy. I have kind of manipulated my strategy yet again, seeing how that practice and study. Actually, strategy was my wealthy word a couple weeks ago, but practice and study. But my strategy has changed yet again. Right now, I am also loading up on cash, but I am not pulling out my current investments. So the things that we talked about investing in early on, I am still constantly dollar cost averaging into those. Things like BTI, y'all know that I said I was gonna put 80% in that. Actually, now I have 50% cash, 50% invested. So you guys keep that in mind, 50% cash, 50% invested. I am still adding money every 2 weeks on payday so I can continue to build out my account. And I am just investing in major companies as they come down. Right now, I do not know how low they can go. So I'm investing more now once a month instead of every 2 weeks I'm investing. And I put more in at that time. So what I would have invested 2 weeks at a time, I invest 1 month at a time, that same lump sum. So maybe you guys can do the same thing and gain some profits. If you guys have better recommendations, let me know in the comments, or feel free to inbox me and let me know. But for now, that's what I got. I thank you guys for joining the journey to become wealthy. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.